What's going on? Back at it again. Damn, Daniel. Back at it again. We don't have any white vans, though. We could add some white vans to the game. Maybe we should give the guy white vans and rename him to Daniel so we can say, damn, Daniel, back at it again with the white vans. Let's see. What should we do? So many questions. I think I'm gonna give the guy a sword and make an enemy that drops coins when you kill it. I think that will be the goal for today. What is this project called? We should pin this. And maybe unpin this, since we're not using it anymore. OT. How should we do this? Should we put the sword? I think I want to put the sword in a separate file. And maybe track the attachment point. So we should open this. Oh, So there's also the thing about, like, how do we draw it based on which way he's facing, which is kind of annoying. Let's use... Actually, orange will match his shirt, so that's no good. Let's use like a dark red color. Actually, red isn't good either, because then it won't look that good with the bow. What color should it be? We have like too many colors. We have yellow, red, orange, then we have blue and yellow. We don't have green. We could make it like a light blue color. I just wanted to be something contrasty. I don't know, I guess it could be like blue, a blue steel color. Like this. Perhaps. Yeah, so we're not going for quality here, we're just going for functionality. I don't like this. So we want to give the guy a sword. This is not meant to be a sword. This is just... Let's see, if he's turning... If he's walking this way... This is a bit weird. The sideways walk doesn't really make any sense right now. I guess we could do this. Wait, so this is left. Was it B? It's like this is left, this is right. This is down. Should be the same as whistling, pretty much. Maybe whistling should be like put the sword down because he's kind of resting. And there's up. And there's this way. There's this way. Actually, it would be over here, which then you wouldn't be able to see it. Which is kind of weird. Also, this doesn't make a lot of sense, right? It'd be like this. Because it's kind of in front of him. So this one would be like totally invisible, I guess. Unless he like put something up here. And then this. And this. So I don't really know. Without like making this 3D, I don't really know how to draw the sword in that many different places and also make it detachable, which is what I was thinking of doing originally. So maybe it's not worth making it detachable right now because there's so many places. Like all of these would be different attachment points, right? Like, how do I save this? I guess we just put it somewhere. Yeah, so like there'd be attachment point here, and here, and here, which are all kind of the same coincidentally for now. Actually, all of these might be the same. But then there's like over here. I don't really know how the diagonal one works. But then you have to like draw this thing in a bunch of ways. Doesn't seem like it adds any value for now. To try to make it generic. Whoops. I do want this. We also have to make sure it doesn't overlap this line. This one's fine, this one's fine, this one is fine. This one is fine. This one is fine. I think we're just literally gonna do this. Like we're just gonna have these. Let's merge this. Copy it. Undo that. Delete this. What's 94, 180, 188? Let's make this 188. Canvas size, width, height, 188. And put the dude down here. I think that's fine. Yeah, we're just gonna go with that. We're gonna use the crappy art for now. Just see what it looks like. So basically, we're just gonna copy all of these. Well, Player state sword. I'm gonna get rid of the numbers for now. Wait, is that player state? Yeah, we don't really have player state, right? Like, maybe, I don't know. Whatever, we'll do it for now. If this isn't gonna be super generic, this is just gonna be like bool has sword. Simplest possible thing. If player has sword, well, it shouldn't be has sword. It should probably be like is sword equipped, right? What is sword equipped? Is it equipped? I don't think so. I think it's like this. Is sword equipped? Come on, Visual Studio. Is sword equipped? Why can you not find this variable? If player is sword equipped, player state plus equals. So we could do player's sword idle, which should be 8, 9. Oh yeah, because there's 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 8, 9. Plus 9 is 0. I'm using SB, let's say like 1. Let's find 1 and 2. F, camera. I feel like music stream should go up here. I keep moving this silly thing around. Okay, we're gonna say if is key down. No, pressed key 1. 1. That's a weird way to call it, but okay. Actually, this is gonna be false. Wait, is it because it doesn't know what bool is? I bet it's because I typed bool and it doesn't know what bool is. Should I say has? Is sword equipped? Player has sword equipped? Sword equipped? I don't know. I don't think this file knows what a bool is. Should we just include standard bool or should we just make this an int? I don't know, man. Why is bool not a thing? Include standard bool.h. Just do that. Player. Oh my god, it's Charlie, that's why. Charlie. Sword equipped equals false. If is so these have precedence, which is kind of annoying. Let's go with key 2. Charlie's sword equipped equals true. Yeah, I don't really want both those to run in the same frame, I guess. Maybe we'll go slightly more generic. Player weapon. It's not really a weapon, right? Like, could be other things. Player hand. Whatever. We'll call it a weapon for now. Player weapon sword. Player weapon none. We probably don't need count for now. None sword. None will be default. Player weapon. Let's just change this to player weapon. Equipped weapon. And we'll say if, actually we're gonna say switch player equipped weapon case player weapon sword Sure. Player weapon sword. None. And then we have to update all the manual sprite sheet nonsense, right? Like should really load this from a file. Frame count 9. Frame count's gonna be 18. Y is gonna be 0. This is gonna be 94 times Charlie text width mod 9 frame index mod 9. So anything smaller will be not mod 9, divided by 9. So anything less than 9, 9 divided by 9 is 1. So this should be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Frames in row equals 9. Make this better later. It's just like hard-coded math stuff for now. Width, height. I guess we'll just debug this and see if it works. Generates the right numbers. That'd be a good start. We can just do this. Probably. Frames 9, 18. X, Y. Wait, what? This doesn't make sense. What happened here? Let's see. Frames 18, 0, 0. Frames in a row is 9. 0 divided by 9 should be 0. Oh, we need to integer truncate first. This divided by this, yeah. We're basically truncating the integer on purpose to get it to round to 0, 1, or whatever the closest row is. Here we go, so 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and then that's 9 frames, and then number 9, the 9th index is 10th frame. We get 94. X keeps incrementing though, so X is incorrect. X should be this. Frame index mod frames in row. That's not a modulus, that's an ampersand. Where's the modulus key? Okay, let's try this. This should give us y equals 0, x to 432, y equals 94, x to 432. That is correct. And that should be all that we need, theoretically, in order to... Okay, it doesn't update it. Wow, that actually looks surprisingly good. The random gray line that I drew in like 4 seconds in Paint. I kind of like it. It's not terrible somehow. It's not good, but it's not terrible. The sideways one is really bad. Like the sideways walk. The diagonal ones are bad too because they don't really line up, but like the fact that the sideways one, he's not actually turned sideways, is kind of terrible. The down one is the best though. Like this looks pretty good. You know, pretty good for programmer art. Okay, this doesn't update immediately though, so when I do this, I need... I don't think this goes in here. 0, 1. I think we can just get rid of all of these. And then just multiply by this. So it's not very well documented, but in here, this can be player state times player equipped weapon. Yeah, I mean, I kind of said do it more intelligently, but now it should happen immediately. Maybe. Wait, not Tate. It's not times 1. What is it? Plus. Times. Let's see. I guess we can use count. We'll just do this for now. What do you have running? Can you show? Yeah, one sec. Except expression may overflow. Whatever, man. Such dumb warnings. Yeah. So we got a dude who can walk around in 8 directions with awful paint sprites. We got this randomly generated map. And I just added this button to equip the sword, which you can't really see on that material. Which I was gonna try to make like be an attachable thing, but I just have I just literally painted this in like 1 second. Okay, like 3 minutes. Like I just scribbled some gray on here to make the sword. But it actually looks kind of cool, like when it's animated. And then there should be 2 idle animations. If I wait 10 seconds and don't do anything, he should switch to the idle animation, which I didn't check. And he should like set his sword down and then start whistling. I turned off the whistling because it's really annoying. It's literally a recording of me whistling into the microphone. Yeah, there should be... That's kind of funny. He doesn't do anything, like when you equip the sword. Yeah, I mean, there's no walking animation, so... Like, I kind of... This one was kind of hard, the up left one, but I kind of just, like, put the tip of the sword here, even though it doesn't make a lot of sense. Just so that you can see you have the sword still equipped or not. But all the other angles, like, make more sense. Anyways, so we got the sword. I kind of want, like... So I want to make it so you can attack, but I also want that to be animated a bit, even if it's just one bad frame of animation. Like, there has to be some visual indication when you attack that you're attacking. So I guess we can just copy pasta again, like... Let's see, canvas size. What is 94 times 3? 282. This gets a little bit annoying to select now because we have multiple rows. What is it, 94? Actually, no, I don't want this one. I want this. RuneScape graphics. Yeah, I don't really care about graphics. Like, I'm really awful at graphics. Like, I just want the idea to be there. And then later, if the idea is good, I'll find better graphics. but we can look at it. Did you say classic? I don't know. RuneScape classic. Are these sprites? It's hard to tell. This looks sort of 3D, like this wishing well looks very 3D. But it could be like a 3D rendered sprite, you know what I mean? Like a sprite with 3D lighting on it. I really have to like see a video of it moving. Oh, they're billboarded sprites in 3D. The walking is pretty cool. How does that work? How's it so smooth? Are they independent pieces? Like, are the arms a separate billboard from the body? It kind of looks like that's what it's doing. Otherwise, that would be a lot of frames. It's hard to tell. Maybe it is just a lot of frames. No, like right here, there's so much interpolation. Like, yeah, it's got to be like separate billboards, right? Eight directional sprites. It's a lot of frames. Oh, I mean, I'm sure someone has ripped it, right? Like RuneScape Classic sprite sheet. Okay. Just looks like a lot of frames. Can't tell how many that is. Are these down right? Is it? This is only 3 frames each. That had way more than 3 frames in that video. I don't think this is correct, or it might be an old one or something. Like maybe they updated the art since then. There's a lot more than 3 frames for sure. A fan game called Genfinad. What's up? Certain Valen, welcome. Okay, so basically I got a lot of like weird alpha problems because I just scribbled this in. Basically, I guess I can just draw over the top of it. Yeah, let's draw over the top of it. What color should it be? Kind of want it to be like flaming. Whoops. Don't do that. What the hell? What happened? I guess I like still had the box. Okay, let's see. I don't think this is gonna look good no matter what I do. He really has to swing it. So maybe I should just redraw all the frames. I was just basically gonna like just do this to mean like attack. You know, like that means you're attacking if this frame switches to the ugly red one. It wasn't meant to look good, but I think that's gonna look like so bad that it won't even give you the idea of what it's supposed to be. Maybe. So let's try 94. Let's see. So let's just redraw all of these, but like raised or something? I don't know. I don't have any animation system, so I can't like play multiple frames currently. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to do that, but I didn't really come up with anything yet. So let's pick this color. Damn it, stop moving the freaking thing. Yeah, so basically we want like... Wait, no, this is idle. There's no attack when you're idling. So this is like, let's see. Also, when doing pixel art, probably turn off any aliasing. Would be a good idea. I'm gonna leave it on though for consistency. Okay, so this sprite is not used. We'll just do that for now. Gray. So this one, he should really raise his arm too. This is gonna look stupid, like no matter what I do. Whoops, that's the line tool. Maybe I can like put it like this. Okay, so here's the strategy. He's gonna swing the sword backwards. So backwards. We're gonna do this a little bit better so you can see the shape. Right, so he's gonna like okay. Yeah, that's really dumb, but that's what we're going with. We have a limited budget, okay? I can't draw this shape. Drawing with a mouse is also like really obnoxiously difficult. It's too big, like this. Actually, it might be okay if the sword gets bigger while it's moving, right? Because that would be kind of like a fake motion blur. So maybe we'll on purpose make it a little bit bigger. You know what I mean? That's a little too intense. Let's see. Let's see how dumb it looks. So this one is gonna go like up. Okay. Do like this. And like this. And like oops, I went over his arm. Dang it. This is when like smart people would use like a mask or whatever, you know? Not the coronavirus kind of mask, but like a mask so that you don't draw the wrong thing. Sure, that's totally a thing, right? Let's see. Sorry, I'm sure watching someone draw hideous art is not the most amazing thing you've ever seen. But it's got to be done. Alright, there we go. We got the sword swingy swing. Although all the other ones like barely move, and now I made this one like backwards. Like this isn't gonna look good at all compared to the other ones. It's like way too inconsistent, you know? Shoot. How big is this? 40, was it 48 by 94? No, don't do that. 48 by 94. Wait. That doesn't seem right. That overlaps with this. Let's see. Yeah, what? It's not 48. What is it? Was it 50? Oh, I think it was 54 by 94. I already forgot. Why don't I just read the code instead of guessing? 54 by 94. Wait, how? What? 54 overlaps his hat, though. What? Doesn't make any sense. Is it supposed to be 54? What is 486 divided by 9? I guess I just have this leaking into the next thing. Weird. Is that okay? Anyways, I need this so that I can copy it over this like that. And then draw a crazy sword thing or something. Should have kept this on a different layer, but you know. What's up, Al? What's up, Local Spice? We're just gonna save this and overwrite the original because we're not artists and we don't know how to source control our art properly. Okay, so now we got swingy swingy. Sword, player weapon. It's not really a weapon, right? It's like action or something. Let's say equals 0 equals 1. Player. So yeah, it's not really a weapon anymore. Now it's like player. I have no idea. We'll just call it player weapon for now. I guess. And we'll say player sword swing. So like sword swing will just be a different weapon, I guess. That seems really stupid. I need a better way to organize the data because there's like a lot of different combinations of things of like holding and versus actions versus animating. Actually, I guess wouldn't be sword swing, right? It would be like player. I don't know. Just make up something for now. Do none so that we have 0. Sword swing. Just do this, I guess, again. We could keep these. Whoops. 4. Okay, there we go. Actually, yeah, I realize I missed 2, but let's just not do it for these. We'll do it for these because we're gonna do some weird multiply stuff, and we want to make sure these don't change, I guess. But I don't know. This doesn't really prevent any bugs. Just lets you know, like, hey, something weird might be going on, because why did they put specific numbers? Player state count, equipped weapon. Okay, let's say if we could actually, we could make these, we could make them bit flag ranges and then just mix them with ampersand. Maybe that's better. Right? 8, this would be like the lower 5 bits. We'll consider that. Not right now, but okay, basically I'm gonna say so direction equals this. Weapon equals this. Action equals again, just for now. Trying to prototype, not trying to make amazingly awesome things. Code-wise, yet. So frame index is going to equal the state, so plus the state. Frame index is going to equal the direction. Player equipped. So player equipped weapon times player state count. Wait, no, not this. Wait, is it? Wait, so do we need an action without the sword then? Theoretically? Should we care? Right, technically if we're going to multiply them all together, then we need another row of these where he's attacking with his fist. Or we can disallow attacking when you don't have a weapon. feel like attacking with your fists seems reasonable, but I don't know. Maybe you also don't want to attack with your fist. So this is going to be equipped weapon times player state count. So we'll say if player equipped weapon size t frame index equals direction. If equipped weapon so we actually don't need the if, right? We just say make a temporary variable just because. So add equipped weapon player state count. It's not state count, it's player weapon count, right? Or would be player state count. We'll simplify this after. I'm just trying to think how to organize it. So we need to say like if only for now, only if there's an equipped weapon, then we frame index plus equals size t player action times player action count. This is really like a subcategory of things. It's not action count, it's just player action plus equals. Wait, is it player action? Player action times player state count. I don't know why, like, I can just get rid of all these casts. And just put it here. It's not going to overflow an int. Okay, frame index equals player state plus equals the weapon times player state count. And if there's a weapon, then offset by the action. So we'll just do this for now. Theoretically, this should work. And then in here, we just need a thing to test this. What's up, Rubisco278? Key R, F, let's see, where do we want to put this? Player update, key 1, key 2. If is... We use mouse button, I guess, right? Mouse button pressed. Mouse left button. Charlie action equals player action sword swing. And we should refactor this because we're gonna need like some timer. Well, we could play it for 1 frame, right? So else, let's try it for 1 frame and see what happens. that's what happened. 26. Oh, yeah, we gotta load the new frames. It's not dynamic. There is no magic yet. Needs more magic. This is gonna be 9 times 3. Yes, we definitely need a timer. So in here we're gonna say player move, player attack, I think that's all we need. If, oh yeah, and then we can check this. If player action equals player action none, also I want to rename this, all of these. Player facing. And this and it's oddly satisfying that these are all the same length, facing, weapon, and action. Player attack. If maybe we should have last action time. I think a count will count as a move, right? So like player action equals player action sword swing. And also let's call this attack and not make it specific to the sword, although it kind of is right now, but it won't be in the long run. Player move, player attack. Whoops. Okay, so if action is none, we also want to say if sword is equipped, right? If player equipped weapon and player action equals none, player action equals attack, last move time, attack duration is, should be short probably, right? Like 0.5 seconds. Attack started at attack duration. Last move time. So we'll say 0.5 for now. Then in player update, is idle. We should say time since last move. time since attack started is t minus player attack started at if time since attack started is greater than attack duration we could just set these to 0. We don't really have to, but why not? Player action equals player action none. What's up, Voodoo51? Thanks for the follow. So this should hopefully, and then in here, you can refactor this later, but basically this is going to be if left action player attack Charlie, which should have like the timer thing. If player equipped action and player action equals none, yeah, so if player action is not none, then it won't let you attack. So that's kind of has the cooldown built into it. So let's see what happens. So nothing happens if I don't have a sword. If I do have a sword, okay, we have horrendously bad animation skills. It's too long. I mean, the animation is just so bad that it's really hard to tell. We could do 0.1. I want it to be very short, but I want it to be long enough to actually see. Like, before it was disappearing in less than a frame. That's pretty good. It doesn't look like anything great, but like... Oh, this one's nice. I like that direction. I think actually more looks better. Like, the thicker it is. So, northwest and southwest look the best. Which are this one and this one. Those are the thickest ones. So, I think I'm going to make them all a lot thicker. Right, northwest and southwest. Also, I should just make the brush bigger. It'd save a lot of time, you know? Problem is when the brush is too big is I can't do these parts like here. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is make a black outline. Maybe not pure black. Actually, it's alias, so it should be fine. It's too big. This is gonna be annoying. the lines are probably not ideal. Okay, let's actually start being a little tiny bit intelligent and use 3 of our brain cells, as Mumbo would say. Some of these might be too thick, I don't know. Let's make a layer and save this as a PDN file in source files. And call this sword outline. And then draw the outline in case it sucks. It's like hard to draw an outline, man. No, I messed up. Whatever, good enough. That's not good enough. It can be bad, it just can't be so bad that you don't know what it's a picture of. Nope, not gonna work. Good enough. Kind of good enough. I don't like that his pants got into this one. I guess I could do this though if we're using a layer, right? That's the benefit. What the heck just happened? I think Streamlabs is gonna crash. Or not? Hello? Test, test, test. Can someone type in chat if they can hear me? Streamlabs like just broke, like it just the screen turned black. What the hell is it doing? Like this whole screen turned black and now there's like this, what is this? There's a sad face here, like the Chrome URL didn't load icon. And the audio thing is like the green bar disappeared, so I can't see if I'm talking anymore. Quality software, bro. Okay, whatever. As long as you can hear me, I guess that's fine. I'm also recording this. I guess I don't really care if it doesn't work, but I've been trying to put them on YouTube in case someone misses it and wants to watch it later. I'm gonna try outlining these as well. I don't know if that's a good idea. I feel like it's a good idea. Oh, I mean, this is not a good idea. No, 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 no. Okay. Yeah, this is OBS as well. It's just Streamlabs OBS. It's like a layer on top of OBS, but it makes all the alerts work really well and easier to set up. But, you know, OBS crashes all the time as well. They're the same underlying software, but I've never seen this sort of crash. Like soft crash where it just kind of freezes but like keeps going and then doesn't render the audio thing anymore. It's so annoying. I can't tell what the audio levels are anymore. I usually don't change them, so it's fine, but it is pretty troll. I don't know if that was a good one. Maybe redo this. That was not good. This has to be like more straight. Not that there's anything wrong. Oh, it's probably fine. Nope, too much orange. That is a very dumb, weird shape. Part of this is caused by the dumb, weird underlying shapes of the thing that I'm trying to outline, which was just literally me scribbling. But hey. See, like, this, I don't like this shape. Bro. Box, please. Yeah, that's a little better. That's no good. No good, no good, no good. Okay, hopefully that looks kinda okay-ish. I feel like the fat ones aren't gonna work, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. When things are moving fast, they do tend to look better than they look when they're a still frame and you're staring at them. Because the brain is a wonderful thing. How the hell do I save this? Charlie. Yes, replace. Wait, what? Did it auto flatten? Or what? I'm so confused. What just happened? Oh, I saved it as a PDN called charlie.ping. Is that what happened? Yes. Yes. Flatten. It's so dumb. You have to like flatten it and then unflatten it. Oh god, and now it's not the best tool in the world, you know. Let's see, did we get the right thing in here at least? Let's see how bad it looks. Or how good it looks, you know. Could be surprising. Here we go. I don't know if that's better. Any votes? Black outline, better, worse? It certainly makes the weird shape of the sword look more terrible. Like, this is okay for a crappy attack animation. This is actually better, I think. It's more visible, which is really the point. It's supposed to be visible. I think this is fine. I mean, it looks absolutely ridiculous, right? But like, I can tell that when I click the mouse, like, the sword is moving and it's meant to be an attack, right? Yeah, I think the reason I added the outline isn't because I like how the outline looks. It's because you need contrast from the background, right? Like, the player sprite looks horrible with this hideous black outline, mostly because I didn't try too hard, but but it definitely helps the player stand out from the background. If the player just had like an orange shirt, he would just blend in with everything. Like, he'd blend in with the wood, right? It'd be really hard to figure out what's going on. So that's really the only purpose of that. And like, the hat is just there to tell you what direction he's moving, because like, these are all the same sprite basically. Like, this sprite and this sprite, if you look at his face and body, they're exactly the same. The only thing that's different is his arm moves a tiny little bit and the hat moves. So again, the primary like functional purpose of the hat is, yeah, it looks kind of cool, but it tells you which direction the player is moving without having to redraw the entire body a bunch of times, which I'm too lazy to do because I suck at drawing. So I don't really, I've made decent-ish sprites. Like, I could make okay sprites, but not the point. It's a waste of time to make like amazing sprites and then never have a game to use them in, you know? So it's better to just make shitty sprites that tell the story well enough. And then also we can do the next thing, which I think we already loaded, which is I guess this can be like bool. I don't know what the best way to do this is either, but we're just going to do this for now. And we're going to say if player attack was successful, play the sound. That's pretty great, right? I'll pause the music so you can hear. Actually, I can turn up the volume. Actually, your volume is probably all right. My volume is set to really low. We can turn the music up a bit as well. It's like the only, I don't have like footsteps or anything really. Okay, ready? It looks like he's wagging something with his hand more so than attacking, but I think it's like works well enough, you know? That's literally just me going whoosh in Audacity and then recording it. Like that's where the sound came from. That's like whoosh. Now we need something to whoosh at. What should we whoosh? That's like more work because there's like no facility at all for other things at the moment. Like you'd probably want them to be sort of animated somehow. So how big do we want it to be? Let's figure that out. I think like about this big, which is what? 37 by 27. Yeah, so let's just make a 32 by 32 sprite. Which, I don't know. Like, should it, I feel like the player needs more directions than a random sprite does, you know? 32 by 32. Okay. It's not what I wanted to do at all. I wanted to do this. So I can tell where the frames are. Might be a better way to do that. I don't know. It'd be nice if I could like put an overlay there that stays there or something, but I guess we just copy it multiple times. We're gonna make a shape. I feel like we should be more creative than what I'm about to do. which is just make a green slime. Because, you know, everyone just makes a green slime. I want it to be like fairly large. I don't know how large. Like, we could have it do this sort of thing, you know? Boing, boing, boing. Hello, Twitch chat. It is me, the green slime. Can we, like, move this? Not really, huh? I want to make, like... I want to move just this node, like, at the top and have it go inward, you know? I don't think you can really do that in this program. I guess I could do this. Just draw a lot of these. Right, that's pretty great and stuff. Angry slime. Should we use white? Should he look happy or menacing? Or confused? I don't think there's room to give it a mustache. There's like not enough resolution. Anyways, this is so horrifically bad for pixel art because I keep drawing anti-aliased lines. Like, I should just do this. It probably would look better, right? If I drew like actual things, at least for the exterior. I don't know. I just really don't want to try that hard, honestly. Should have saved this color. Okay, the center is gonna be like here. Yeah, but usually if you're doing pixel art with anti-aliasing, you're doing it manually, like you're doing dithering or manually choosing the intermediate colors, like you have a palette of a few shades of green and you do this sort of thing. But you do it more consistently, and you generally don't do it on the border, right? I mean, maybe you can, I don't know, but it's kind of weird to have all this blending on the border. Because you probably want the hard edge in most cases, but maybe not, I don't know. Maybe people do like 50% black border so it sort of blends into the background but still gives the contrast. I'm not an artist, so I really don't know. And it's very just like subjective, whatever you think looks alright. Can I move this? I guess we can just copy this. And then do that for the up one. Again, this is pretty low effort art. I don't really know what it would look like from the side. Should we give it a tail? Is it cuter if it has a tail? The anti-aliasing just makes this really bad. Okay, let's do this. The O face doesn't really work from this side. Also, like, keeping it the same shape doesn't really make any sense. I don't think. I don't know. Whatever. It's ugly, but it's mine. Calling him Peter. Why? I have no idea. No good reason. So, looks like a butthole. Hey man, it's open to interpretation. If you want it to be a butthole in your game, then it can be a butthole in your game. By your game, I mean like if you download the game and you play it and you want to call it a butthole in your Let's Play, then feel free. You can be the next PewDiePie. It's totally fine. The question is, do I try to generalize the things I'm doing in player or not? And I think for now I'm going to say or not. Because I think enemies and players are not the same thing, and player has a lot of special stuff that enemies don't really need to have. So we're going to copy this and call it enemy. Should we call it enemy? Maybe not. We could call it Peter. That gets kind of confusing though if we have like Peter and Charlie. We're gonna call it slime. Why? Because super original, man. Add existing item. Source slime. Okay, then we're just gonna change all this stuff. So we need a lot of this. We're doing the strategy where we don't create lots of crazy, ridiculous general systems like calling things entity and inheriting. Like we're literally just gonna hard code stuff until there's actually common functionality to refactor out. Otherwise you just get caught in the weeds of making all these ridiculous general systems. And then you never get a person or a slime. You just get ridiculous general systems like an entity that can have any number of components, and the components can render things, and you're like, okay, that's great, but like how do I make a slime? So we're not gonna have any of these. We're just gonna have this. The slime is not gonna have any weapon, at least not for now. The slime action will have action and attack. And it doesn't need an attach point. Slime facing, slime action. Like theoretically, you can't even inherit enums, right? I don't know. Like theoretically, you could have facing enum that all has up, down, left, right. Idle. Should there be an idle? I don't think slimes need idle either. Also, we gotta make sure this matches, so we can just change the order arbitrarily. Like south, north, east, west. Right? South, north, east, west. Doesn't really matter that it's not the same as the player. Position. Last move time. We don't need last move time because we don't have idle animation. Started at and duration. We don't really need these either. At least not right now. We do need sprite and sprite frame index. Do we even need an init for this? Yes, we do. So basically, we're gonna have a slime with a name and a sprite, and facing is gonna be slime facing south. Why? What's the issue here? Is it because of this? Oh, it's because of this slime. We could have this slime get frame, I guess. So yeah, there will be a lot of common code. Again, could theoretically refactor this later to not have so much redundant stuff, but for now, it's easier to just do this. Frame index, frame. And we can probably just say player, slime, case sensitive, replace all. Let's see what breaks. Just replace this with this. And replace this with this. Okay, so sprite frame will be the same, get rect will be the same. Like, these are things that would be good candidates for refactoring out later. Like all of this stuff, since it's pretty common. Like, they're all gonna have a frame index, and they're gonna have some rectangle for that frame, and some associated sprite sheet. But other things, so slime get center, I don't know if we really need slime get center. I guess if you wanted to target it with the camera or something, then sure. We don't need attach point. Update direction is going to be much simpler. Well, is it simpler? Because if the slime goes diagonal, we want it to like not change direction if it's already facing that way. So this is going to be a bit weird. So basically, let's just rewrite it. Okay, if offset x is greater than 0, if offset y this is interesting. So I think what I want to do is have an old, I'm not very good at explaining my thoughts just then, but I had a lot of things previous facing, right? So we're gonna have like facing, previous facing is south. Basically what we're gonna do is say so if it's facing down and it starts moving to this way, we want it to face right. If it's facing right and it starts moving this way. Maybe it will be the same, mostly. Except we're going to do kind of a strange thing here. So basically, we don't want to have the diagonal directions, at least not for now, because I don't feel like drawing them. We're just going to get rid of this note, because who cares? Okay, so if offset x is greater than 0 and offset y is greater than 0, facing equals... So let's see, x is greater than 0, y is greater than 0, southeast. So this is going to be facing equals facing equals south, then east, else south. And these are all going to be slime facing. We'll ignore those ones for now. So basically the slime, if it's moving diagonally, will toggle back and forth between right and down, right? Instead of like, I don't really know how to show this. I guess if the slime is moving down, it would normally, like if we don't change the direction, it'll go like this, like hop, 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 right? What we want it to do is like hop, 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 hop. Like it'll be moving diagonally, but it'll be changing directions, right and down, if that makes sense. I don't know if that will look good, but that's just like the initial idea I had to save making a bunch of art. So we're gonna try it. So this is gonna be basically the same, but with north instead of south. And then it's gonna be east, and then south, west will be like this, and then northwest will be like this, and then we'll have west, south, north. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, and it actually works, then you'll see what it looks like when I run it. If I make this slime move diagonally. But we'll see. Also, maybe there's actually probably the more correct thing to do isn't this. It's actually to choose the largest offset, right? So if x is greater than y, so basically instead of this, we'll just write both versions of the code. We'll say if offset x is greater than offset y, and we'll just say absolute value because I'm too lazy to check this correctly. I think you have to anyways for the different signed ones. For this one it's technically redundant, but okay, so we're gonna copy this, thanks for the follow, guy, girl, person. I don't mean to assume your gender, but I don't know what your name is. I guess maybe a guy named Sal. Hats for Sal, is that what it's supposed to say? There's a 7 and a 4. Maybe it's leet speak. Although if it was leet speak, technically the 4 wouldn't mean 4, it would mean A, and then it would be like Hatsasal. So maybe your name is Hatsasal. In any case, thanks for following. Okay, we're just gonna do this again. So east, north. If x is greater than y, east, else north. If x is greater than y, west, south, and if x is greater than y, west, north. Again, it's absolute value, so it should be fine with the signs. Define alternate diag 1. Undefined alternate diag. If alternate diag, else, and if. This looks really messy, but I just want to do this so I can quickly just do this and then change to the other one without having to comment and uncomment a bunch of lines of code if I want to switch back and forth. I guess that's not what I do, right? I have to say like if equals 1 or whatever. I guess it's like if defined, right? Defined. Wait, no, it should... Why did this not turn off when I set it to 0? Okay, there we go. Just highlighting is not updating. Yeah, Visual Studio just doesn't know how to update it quickly, but it is working. If I compile, it'll run correctly. So we don't have last move time. Do we have something else? We have previous facing. So wherever facing changes, we need to say slime previous facing equals facing. Do we actually need this? Am I even using previous facing? What was I going to use that for? I don't think we need previous facing. Because this... Well, we are using previous facing, but just like here. Which is fine, because this is all branching. I don't think we need to say previous facing. Which is fine. That's even simpler. Slime attack. If equipped weapon, if slime action. There's no equipped weapon, so it's just going to say if slime action equals slime action none. Then slime action equals slime action attack. Attack started at. We don't really need this for now. There's just going to be one frame of slime attack, I guess. Return true. What are we using that for? We're using that to play a sound. Okay, we could still return true, I guess. That's fine. We're not doing idle for slimes. We're not doing attack. This is just gonna not have a timer, I guess, for now. Maybe we should keep the timer, because we're gonna need it to animate at some point. We don't need this one, but let's just keep these. Where was that? Position here. Why is this saying it doesn't like this? Slime facing, oh, because there's no idle. Okay, we are deleting idle, but we're keeping the attack timer. Set correctly, intelligently, facing equals equipped weapon, slime action. So we don't have this. We do have action though. Oh yeah, we need an attack. So we just need this, basically, like the action times slime facing count. And the action will be 1. Okay, that's easy enough. Let's make this twice as high. Copy. What's up, said who? Thanks. I spent a lot of time on it. It's just programmer art. It's like supposed to be good enough so that you understand what's happening in the game, right? Like, guy has a sword, guy doesn't have a sword, guy swinging sword. You know, it's good enough. If the game is good, you can pay an artist to make good art. But for now, okay, how do I make the slime attack? So I need to make the slime do something. without a lot of effort. Like, you just do this. Haha! Actually, that is a hilarious idea. I actually really like that idea. Not exactly that, but really close to that. So, how much space do we have? 32 by 32. So this is 30, 31, 32. Is this 0 based or 1 based? 0, 1, 2, 3. So the thing under the blue is where we are. The thing under the blue, 30, 31, 32. This is confusing me. I need to just draw like something. Okay, that's our marker. I should really just make regular pixel art instead of this anti-alias crap, which I just keep whining about, but like, it's pretty bad. You see where this is going yet? I think I am gonna just make pixel art here. Let's do that. Let's just use the freaking pencil. This might be too wide once we add black. Let's K this, P this. I feel like that's too fat. Turn off aliasing nonsense. Let's see, how big is this? Well, you have to remember this is the real size of the sprite, right? So fat might actually be better. It is pretty hard to see. This might even be too small. Like maybe I should scale it up. Yeah, maybe this thing should be bigger. Not really. Maybe a little bit bigger. Let's see if we can resize this without totally destroying it. What's a good percentage? By percentage, 125. That actually makes the edges look way better. Kind of smooths it out. Let's resize by 150. Yeah, it's not great. I don't... It kind of looks okay smooth, but it also kind of looks blurry, you know? Is there an option in here? Best quality. I don't know what any of these mean. It's probably one that's like the nearest. What's the hotkey for this? Control R. Just save some time. Bilinear? Not really. Fans. What the hell is fans? It's probably nearest, so I'm gonna try that one last. I'm just curious what all the other ones do. Oof, that one's awful. Let's see how bad nearest makes it look. I mean, not great. We'll just go with the default one, I guess. I don't know. It adds like a weird highlight tinge around the edges as well, which is kind of strange. I like how it made the exclamation mark look though. Like that's kind of cool. So let's copy paste the exclamation mark in this mode, and then we'll resize it. I think that's in the same place. Here, 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 here. This isn't that bad, honestly. Like that red will show up pretty obviously on the background. Let's save this as what? I'm gonna save this as Peter32, and then we'll do the upsample. What does 200 look like? I really don't like any of them, honestly. They all make it look pretty awful. More awful than it already was. I might just have to leave it small for now and then change the size later. Save as Peter32. This would be Peter48, right? $192 divided by 4. Yeah. Let's make sure that's saved correctly before I close this. Okay, I think we're done with that stuff for now. Peter, so we'll try Peter48, I guess. See what happens. We gotta do all this stuff. Do AA and your renderer cool. AA is not, yeah. It's just a thing that Paint is doing because it's the default setting. It's literally the only reason. Like I drew something in Paint in 10 seconds and it's default AA. And I didn't turn it off, so now I'm just making all the art with that option so that's consistent, and I don't have like some sharp stuff and some not sharp stuff, but probably better if it's just regular pixel art. We're just keeping the AA for consistency for now. Yeah, nearest neighbor also isn't that great. Probably because of 150. I mean, I chose 150 because it was an even multiple, right? Like it's 0.5, it should be able to sample that well. So what's this game about? This music, oh my god. The music's just like a Spotify free playlist thing. By whatever, it's in the description because the license thing, you know, this Bass Rebels peeps. Look it up if you want, they got a bunch of random playlists. I'm just playing it because it's copyright free, not because it's my favorite music in the world. Game's not really about anything at the moment, just making stuff that seems fun. There isn't really a grand vision. It's very, very loosely inspired by Don't Starve's map layout, where it's just like a single level. I mean, there are dungeons, right? In Don't Starve, but in general, it's just like a giant single map that doesn't have a lot of verticality to it. Currently it's 2D though, it's not 3D billboarded. Just cause it's easy to draw rectangles, flat rectangles. Maybe later you can make like billboarded stuff if that's somehow better. I'm not really sure if it is or not. And then, I don't know, slimes are just like the enemy that everyone has in their game. I was gonna make something other than slimes, but I'm not creative, so I just made slimes because it's easy and fast. Okay, what are we doing? There's 4 of these times 2 rows. Frames in row is 4. We can actually move this up here and do this. And we have to scope these things. I really should refactor this so that I don't have to call every single variable like Peter thing, right? I could just make something that loads sprite sheets. But hey. Speed. It's all about the speed. Charlie, slime, frames in row. Should be Peter, not slime, I guess. Well, technically, these are slime sprites, and I might have more than one slime. Just because this slime is named Peter doesn't mean every slime is named Peter, right? I mean, that would be weird. Right, so this should be like slime sprite sheet. Do we have Peter in here somewhere else? Peter text. This could be slime texture. Let's just stop using shorthand stuff. Well, see, now Charlie does actually make sense for it to be called Charlie, because if you had other players, they probably wouldn't have the same skin, like the same art, right? So this might make sense to leave this Charlie. I mean, you could have other colored slimes, and then I would call this like pink slime, green slime. I wouldn't call it Peter, even still. There can only be one Peter, you know? Like, how many Peters are you gonna have, realistically? So, this is 48 for now. 54, this is 48. 48 times frame index slimes in row. Yeah. Let's just try to load this and sanity check it. After we figure out why there's 50 bajillion missing things. Okay, all of this has to go. Let's see. There's no attach point. I think everything else is still there, right? Case sensitive, please. What is the hotkey for this? I can literally never remember. Oh, that's match whole word. That's why this wasn't working before. I wish there was a case sensitive replace. I don't think Visual Studio does it. If it does, I don't know how to do it. Not, well, like case sensitive, like I wish there was a case preserving replace. Like if I type slime and say preserve and say like player and preserve case, if it's capitalized, it'll keep that. If it's uppercase, it'll keep that. But yeah, Visual Studio doesn't do that. That's way too advanced for Visual Studio. Simple tool like Visual Studio, you know? $1 billion tool like Visual Studio. I don't know what else. Update attack. Let's see. Unresolved external symbol slime init in function main. Sprite, slime, void slime init. Sub expression may overflow. Oh man, who cares? Seriously, who cares? Who cares, bro? Oh, it's capitalized. Oops. That's weird. Okay, let's run this, see if it generates the correct rectangles and doesn't crash. What? That was weird. Why did it take like 50 million years? There's only 4 frames, right? You can say 5, should be 0. Oh, wait, no, there's not 5, there's 8. So we could say 9, and then we should get a bunch of garbage stuff here, right? Yeah. Okay, so 0 through 144, width 0, 0, 0, 0, 4, 4, 48. That's cool. We should be able to initialize a slime. Great. We should put him somewhere. Where do we do that with the player? I guess we don't. The player's just at 0, 0. Let's put the slime somewhere. Equals. Can I just do this? Probably not. Nope. Have to head out, but this is fun to watch. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. And or day, depending on what time it is. It's night for me. Position, sure. Let's see. Oh, I'm not drawing him. That would help. So wherever I'm doing player update. Should I do this before or after? Not really sure. Player update. Somewhere in here. We're doing player draw. We could do slime draw. Peter. Could make an array of slimes later. For now, we're just having a simple thing. Look at him. He's adorable. So I don't know who should update first. Should the slime update first or should the player update first? I feel like the player should update first. Because you want whatever input you gave last frame, like during the last frame, to apply before all the enemies update. But the player should be drawn last because the player should have draw precedence over enemies. So if you get surrounded by enemies, you always want the player to be... Well, I guess technically you'd want to Z-sort this, right? Which would be based on the bottom of the sprite. Yeah, I guess technically, since this doesn't exist in 3D, well, I guess even if it did, you still need to sort them properly. Well, if it were 3D, you could just turn on depth buffer. That would probably maybe fix it. Actually, I guess it wouldn't, right? But it'd still draw whatever's last on top. We can do super ridiculous hacky thing, right? We can say Peter rect equals get rect Charlie. We can say rectangle Peter rect equals slime get rect Peter, and say if Charlie rect, let's see, y plus Peter rect height is greater than Charlie rect y plus Charlie rect height, then draw the slime first. Again, this is like not a good way to do this in the long term. This is like a to-do sort by y value of bottom of sprite rect. But for now, so I did this wrong, the wrong order, I guess. Peter is the slime. If Peter's height is greater than, wait, isn't that correct? If the bottom of Peter is greater than, if it's less than, draw it first. What? I'm confused. Something's backwards in my head. I don't know why. So like theoretically there would be collision, so you wouldn't have something quite this strange. You'd be like here or here. Let's see, if the bottom of the slime, why don't we just call this, actually, just do this. Player bottom equals this. I think I switched the order of that around. This is like weird though. Why does it do this? If slime bottom is less, it should draw the slime second. Right? I don't get why this doesn't work. Why is this backwards in my head? Right, when the slime bottom position is higher up on the screen, when it's less, it should draw the slime first. Wait, I guess I do have these swapped. Right? If slime is less, draw it first. Otherwise, draw the player. Anyway, that's how you do that. In case anyone was wondering. Just looks like a green rock with a face. This is not a great attack animation at all. It should go forward, not backwards. Like, the problem is I don't have any room because the sprites are like chopped off right here, so I couldn't make it go to the left any farther. I mean, I could, I just have to resize all the art, you know? Oh yeah, we could test the movement thing. Let's do that. Player update. It's not really if, right? It's just like Peter. How do we do this? Vector to player. Slime to player equals player Charlie position minus Peter position. Is Peter to Charlie. Direction equals v2 normalize I have to check if it's 0 so that we don't divide by 0. If it's not 0, then we get the move direction, and then slime move direction. Slime move equals v2 scale. We don't have a scale. Well, that's a problem. I don't know where that should go. Length. How would that work? If we just multiply both, then it's unit 1. Multiply both by 2. Multiply both by 4 points. Static inline v2 scale. Const vector 2v. Vector 2 results equals v. Result x times equals factor result y times equals factor return results. We just call this S or something. I don't really know what to call this. Return results vector 2. Oh, this is in a header already. Okay. v2 scale slime move dir slime move speed just put this in here for now, I guess. Slime move speed equals 3? I don't know. And then slime move Peter slime move. Right? Especially we want the slime to move toward the player. Also, it's targeting the top left corner, which is a bit weird. Dang, this little guy's fast. Get out of here. Get out of here. Ah! Where's my sword? Okay, the diagonal thing is definitely not working. Actually, maybe it is. Yeah, the movement thing is super wonky. I think the other one's probably going to be a lot better. Where is it? It's in here. Like if we turn off this, the if def, and use the one that just uses like the greatest offset, hopefully that will be a lot better. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's so much better. Yeah, we're just gonna delete all the other code. If alternate diag 0. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of all this crap. Wait, we're keeping the absolute value on. Basically, we're just gonna choose the direction because again there aren't any diagonal direction sprites for the slime because I didn't feel like drawing them, and you probably don't want too many sprites like for everything. Some things really just need cardinal directions. So just based on like how much you're moving, like if I only move a little bit down, he stays facing downward, but if I move over here, right, so it's like based on the diagonal. So we could also say if so we could recalculate slime to player. If length squared slime to player again, all this stuff can like move to functions later. But we're just putting, if you don't know this trick, like you just put braces here and it will put everything inside of it in a scope so that the names don't collide. So I can name both of these slime to player because they're in different scopes now. So it's just like a quick way when you're prototyping to not have to start like refactoring everything out into functions just yet, but to still keep things kind of scoped to themselves. So this is like, it's just a scope, but you can kind of treat it like an anonymous function that gets called inline, sort of like a lambda. It's not obviously not those things, but it's just saying like run this code in its own scope. I mean it's different because it has access to the outer scope as well. So But anyways, you can do that. You just put braces anywhere and put things between them to make a subscope without needing like an if statement or anything else. Okay, if this is greater than const float slime attack reach equals 3. We'll make it the same as the slime speed, I guess. If the length is greater than slime attack reach, which I spelled wrong. Again, we're just saving a square root here. You can just write length here and then not do this if you want. But, you know, all the cool kids like to save square roots, so it's probably a good idea. What did I do? I need to rename this slime attack reach because I spelled it wrong. Attack reach. Slime attack. Peter. I should probably have like an attack target or something. This returns bool, right? If slime attack Peter health minus equals slime attack damage. We'll just say 1. I don't know what like health points are really. We'll just say 1. Then we'll say max 0. Because you can't have less than 0 health. To kill Peter if he dies. See, that's a funny comment, right? Kill Peter if he dies. Health. So somewhere in here, position, we're gonna have HP or something, right? I don't really know where. Maybe these things could have a better order. Health. Is it health? Let's call it hit points, not hit pointers. That's a very programmer thing to type. $100 hit points before the sprite. I like to keep these things in the same order as the parent level. And then in slime, do the same thing. Slime hit points equals 10. I don't know. I don't know how many hit points a slime should have. 10 seems good, right? It depends how much damage the player does. Oops. Yeah, so we're gonna have player update. What does player update do? That doesn't change the state, right? Yeah, so before player update. Again, we have to calculate this. We gotta calculate this a lot of times because all these update calls can move the slime. Like this can move the slime, right? Actually, this can't move the slime because we're not calling update yet. Slime attack. We should probably wait. This does immediately change the position. I think it's okay to do this way for now. There's some like order dependencies we gotta think about, I guess, but slime to player. Well, let's say player to slime, just cause. makes more sense in this context. Const float player attack reach equals. We'll also say 3, just to make it a fair fight for now. Well, sort of fair, because player attack damage is going to be more than 3, or more than 1. We'll say 2. Depending on whether or not, well, if you're not using the sword, you can't attack, so there's that. If v2 length squared player to slime is greater than player attack reach squared. We could make a squared macro. Sometimes I do that, right? So you can just say like squared. Just like saves a little bit of typing, but I don't know. It's probably not really worth it. If so, actually, we want to do this up here because the player gets to decide when to attack, right? So let's just do this in here. And this is not greater. Wait, if slime to player is greater than, this should be less than slime attack reach. Less than or equal to. If player to slime is less than or equal to player attack reach, to do play satisfying hit noise. Slime, what is it? Peter. Calling these Peter and Charlie is the dumbest idea I've ever had in my life. Just gonna put that out there. Player attack damage. And then we'll play a satisfying hit noise when you hit slime. If you hit slime. Player slime we don't need. Player update. Sure. Then we actually need a way to render the like hit points and make things die. So maybe we should render hit points somehow. We could just render it as a number. Probably want it to be like a health bar, but for now we could just render it as a number. Huh. Not really sure. We need to do something quick so that we can debug it. N2D. Slime draw, player draw. And then after we draw these things, draw health labels. Draw hit points. Draw hit point indicators. How about that? Draw text. Text format. F out of F. Point 02F, I guess. So this is going to be the slime. The player HP should go in a HUD somewhere, but we'll just draw them on the screen for now. This should be the slime. We're going to draw a text format slime, which I forgot the name of. Peter hit points. So we need like max health, right? It's kind of important. Hit points. Max hit points and we'll just call this hit points. Max hit points equals 10. Hit points equals max hit points. And then in player, we'll do hit points, float max hit points. Keep typing hit pointers. Max hit points equals 100. You can do a thing where you like draw different sprites depending on how many hit points you have. Like you could look weaker, or that could be like an overlay or something. So Peter hit points, Peter max hit points, right? And then what do we need? We need X, Y, font size. So we're gonna need a vector2 Peter center equals slime get center Peter. So this is gonna be Peter X, Peter center Y. I don't remember, 10 I guess, and red. So Peter is going to become Charlie. This is going to become player. Charlie. Charlie 10 red. Okay, let's see. Let's just complaining about something first. Let's fix this. Const float to int. Okay. Freaking casting, man. So much casting. Okay, do this. Manually word wrap lines, cause whatever. That's how I do. Oh. Wait, why does when the slime... Why is this slime rendering on top like half of the time? What's going on there? That does not make a lot of sense. Slime draw, player draw. Slime bottom is 471. Player bottom is 469. What? So why is this slime's HP going down? This is really weird. A lot of weird stuff going on. Like this should be Charlie hit points minus equals max, and this should be this player attack damage. Wait, it's not this. It'd be hit points max 0. Right. Okay. That should fix the slime attacking itself problem. Now he's attacking me. But why is he flickering on top of me? I don't understand why this flickering is happening. Why is the flickering happening? I don't know. Why does Streamlabs say I have one viewer for the entire stream when there's clearly more than one viewer? What's this? Why is there a red thing? Also, why does Visual Studio randomly just say that there's broken stuff at the end of the file when there isn't? There clearly is not broken anything here. You crazy, bro? I don't know what's causing the flickering though. Player rect is player rect Charlie, slime rect. Slime bottom is slime rect plus slime height, so player bottom. Like draw isn't doing any weird stuff. I mean, this should just be like rects. I don't know why this is called Charlie rect, but that's not the problem. If slime bottom is less than player bottom, yeah, I don't know. This is very weird. I don't understand. Like, it works fine. Why does it render on top? It does not make any sense. Like, what? Oh, it's because less than versus less than or equal to, isn't it? If they're exactly equal. No, wait, that's for bottom though. Like what? This does not make any sense. I don't understand. does not make any sense to me. Yeah, why is it like glitching down to here? I'm using Raylib for graphics, which uses OpenGL behind the scenes. The title of this thing says Raylib textures examples because this project is based on the Raylib textures example. I mean, that's like the code that I copied when I started making this. There's not really any Raylib textures sample code left in here except like close window and open window, which I changed those as well. Yeah, there's basically no code left from that thing, but I don't know why this is here. Draw FPS was part of it, I think. Yeah, there's only like 3 lines of code in the whole project that are left from that. We could change that to something else. I don't know what else. The project is called One Nation Under Ray, which is like a Raylib joke. Attack the slimes. I don't know, man. Do you see this though? Like so I'm rendering labels at the bottom position of the slime in the player. Not the X coordinate I don't care about. I only care about the Y coordinate. But why does the slime do this weird thing where it like jumps? I don't understand why that's happening. It's clearly a bug somewhere, but where? Slime to player equals Charlie position minus Peter position. If not 0, normalize it. Maybe it's like a tiny value and it's getting exploded or something. I don't know. Like maybe maybe we need to do this again because floating point error. I don't know. I don't know what a good epsilon is, but well, maybe we could pass the epsilon, right? That could be useful, I guess. If the x is less than epsilon and v y is less than epsilon. So we can just do this. Tiny equals this. Return tiny. Right? And then we could say if v2 is tiny, some number. We could make it bigger than that even. That did not fix the problem at all. Why is it not even tracking me sometimes? Oh wait, this has to be absolute value. Oopsie daisy. Yeah. Fabs F. Yeah. Let's try that. That also has the same bug. try 1. Five. I don't know. I don't think it's floating point error then. I'm not really sure. I mean, this is still a good thing to have here, but I don't know what a good epsilon value is, but like we could just disable this code for now and see what happens. Like you can still make it happen. So the slime is at 100 by 100. Or it should be at 100 by 100. Yeah, why is this toggling back and forth? 48.96. It's off by a factor 48. 48.94. 48.94. Slime rect Y. So what we can do is we can break on this and then see what's changing it. Oh, we don't want to know, well, so let's say Peter position Y. Wait, so Peter position Y isn't changing. So this function is returning the wrong thing. Rect Y. Yeah, why is this toggling back and forth? Frame. Wait. Is this adding frame rects? I think oh, that's interesting. So this code is wrong for other frames. That's alright. Get frame rects. Not even using this. Why is this here? Get slime frame. I have no idea why this is here. Is that in player as well? Just unused variable? Yeah. Why? Okay, so this... This should be frame rect, and then we need another rectangle. Rect. And rect X and Y are gonna be this. And rect width is going to equal frame rect width and frame rect height. That makes more sense than return rect. Again, this common code, this is when it starts getting bad, when you have to like fix bugs in multiple places. So now would be a good time to refactor this, but I'm still not going to quite yet. but it would be a good time to. Okay, what's this complaining about? Whatever, man. Who cares? Okay. Yeah, that should fix the weird 48 annoying problem. Great. Now we can delete this. We can on comment somewhere this. And we can just change this back to 0 because it's simpler until we don't. Until it doesn't work for some reason. Also, did I stop rendering the hit points? Yeah, I stopped rendering the hit points. Also, we want this to be center. No, not center. We want like bottom center. That's really where they are, right? Like we should probably make bottom center. Which we can do. Might as well. This is how we want targeting to work, I guess. And we can keep the slime back a little ways. Right? Like if slime to player. This could just be like if v2 length squared. Whoops, that's not great. Basically, if slime to player is greater than slime attack reach, right? Then move, then if it's less than or equal to attack reach after the move, then we attack. Attack! Yeah, anyways, this warning is really annoying and stupid. Can I make it not happen? Because I just don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Just disable it. Is it linker? I don't even know. Somewhere in here. Disable specific warnings. Actually, can you even disable this warning? Is it just 4098? Oh, god damn it. It's obviously not what I was trying to click. 4098. Actually, we'll leave it enabled for release mode for now, I guess. Player get bottom center. Okay, how do we get bottom center? We need to do this. Sprite frame equals sprite frame. So center. Why is this YX? What? That's just silly. Okay, it's gonna be width divided by 2, and Y is gonna be plus height. Get center, get bottom center. this, I guess, because reasons. So much code duplication, need to stop duplicating the code, but that's okay, we will do that one day. Probably soon. So width divided by 2, height, this goes here, this goes here. We could call, like, get center and then add half the height or whatever, but we have to get the sprite frame out of the way, so I don't know, it doesn't really save a lot. Plus width over 2, plus height, sure. It's probably correct. Let's see, let's open this. Alright, what were we doing? Basically, we want this to be get player position. No. Get player bottom center. Player get bottom center. Charlie. Peter. Slime get bottom center. Peter. Again, we'll probably make a generic thing later that's like sprite get bottom center or something. I guess you could call it on a sprite, right? Maybe we should do that. I don't know. I don't like duplicating all this stuff. Yeah, it could be sprite frame. Get bottom center. But you need the position as well. Yeah, I don't know. Needs to be refactored. Okay, so we're just gonna do this. Slime the player. Slime the player. Again. And then somewhere down here. Yeah, this can just be bottom center as well. That will be useful. So slime bottom is going to be slime get bottom center Peter Y. And we don't need the rectangles. Nice. Player get bottom center Charlie Y. Had to log in on my phone to follow laptop. Forgot my Twitch info and I needed to re-sign. It's alright, dude. Thanks for the follow. Gonna follow on the phone though. Appreciate the extra effort. So this range is way too small. Way too small. I could do meters. I have meters somewhere. Is it in here? Meters? No, I think it's in particles. I could take out meters and define that like the units in meters, but I don't know. That would like make it compatible with DPI or whatever. Theoretically that'd be inches, but you know, you can convert between them. Anyways, where is this? Where are these ranges? I need to fix the ranges. Slime attack reach should be what? $20? Let's say 20. Then we need to give the player more reach if we're going to do that. Player attack reach. Can be also 20. Let's try this. Yeah, that's all right. I'm actually gonna make it a little farther. 32, 40, 54, 48, 20, 24. Minus center. So what's 24 plus 25? I guess it would be 50, right? Let's try 50. Dude, Streamlabs is doing the weird crashing thing again. Where like the whole screen turns black and doesn't respond. Now the chat has disappeared. That's so dumb. Like, why? What is wrong with Streamlabs? That's too far. It's okay if they overlap a little bit. It just looks weird when they overlap a lot. Like, this is fine, right? This almost looks like there's collision, but there isn't. Like, you can walk through the slime, but the slime stops. Let's turn the hit points back on. Somewhere in here. Really gotta organize the code more. Start moving things out. Like all this tile stuff I don't care about anymore. I put it in here when I was working on tiles, but all of this could be like moved into whatever tile map draw or something. Maybe I can do that. Yeah, I don't know what else we need though. Like, I don't feel like doing. It's probably an off-stream thing to just move code around. Seems pretty boring. But yeah, I want to refactor like this stuff out into its own function, which is probably going to be tile map draw. But it needs like some of these things and some not of these things. Camera logic should be removed. There's tons of stuff in here that's just about the camera. And then this update stuff maybe can go in an update function or something. Because this is all like updating the player, updating the slime, updating the particles. I don't think I've even shown the particles this stream. I guess I could play. I can remove that from P. That would be cool. Well, it wouldn't exactly work, but it would almost work. Let's see. This might be too short if I change it to 0.5. Yeah, let's do this. So this should go in here. Particles facing. Wait, facing? Why? What the hell? No, 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 no. That's not good. It changed this when I refactored the other variable. Come on, Visual Studio. That's not cool, man. Not cool, man. Particles do not have a facing. They have a state. Wait, what's the issue here? It has no field state. Oh, that's particle effect. God damn it. Come on, man. Visual Studio, when you use the refactor tool, sometimes just refactors variables like in other files in different classes. It's like, wouldn't you know that that's a different scope? It knows sometimes, but not other times. And it seems like the same situation that it should know in both cases. Anyways, this dead. Let's move this logic into here. And we can just say if time right, return true, return false, bool, particle effect start, bool, include standard bool, because whatever, man. And then we can do particle effect starts here and remove this from P and say Charlie hit points Yeah, so that could work. Maybe. Don't worry about entertaining me. I'm still learning to do this. Everything you do teaches me something or another. Thanks, man. It's mostly I just don't feel like doing it right now because I have to actually think about like where to put the stuff that's not total overkill. And it's getting kind of late. Let's see. State. What's the issue? Must be a structured union. Oh, whoops. Whoopsie daisy. Copy paste errors. Don't do that. Alrighty, now. Haha, look at this. Ow. 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 Cut it out. Man, that hurts. Stop it. Ow. Ow. Oh, that is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Why is the HP text gone? I didn't delete it, did I? I'm gonna be sad if I deleted it. Oh, this. I put if false, that's why. That's not a great way to comment out code, putting if false, because it doesn't look like a comment, and then later on you're like, the code is highlighted, but it's not running. Yeah, look at this. Now we got HP. The HP is like, well, it's almost in a really good place. Yeah, it's gonna move to like the screen. Wait, so can we attack the slime? I think the player attack distance has to be longer than the slime because he's bigger, right? Like he has a big old sword. Player attack reach. Oh wait, it's 40. Yeah, how big? 90. So maybe this should be 100 or something. We need variations for the whoosh sound for the sword. It's not a great sound to begin with, but we need pitch variation at the very least, if not recording multiple versions of it, because it gets really repetitive really fast. Yeah, so we killed the slime, but the slime doesn't go away when we kill it, so he just keeps attacking us. Even when we're both at 0. He's not a child. He's at least like 25. He's old enough to own a sword and go out in the wilderness on his own. Okay, we're gonna go in here. What do we do? Add slime, attack, health. Pretty much. I always said git push out of habit, but there's nowhere to push it to because I haven't added it to GitHub yet. I should really do that because this is becoming like enough code that I don't want to lose it if my hard drive crashes or whatever, so it's good to have a copy somewhere else, and I usually use GitHub private repos for that. And then later on, if I want to open source it, I can just click the button and it'll be open source. But, you know, it's not really meant to be a tutorial. It's just like if you want to watch, you can watch. And if you learn something, cool. But it's not a tutorial, so I don't really plan on open sourcing it right now. But maybe one day. But you can see pretty much all the code on the stream and type it out in your editor yourself if you really want to. If you want to know anything works, you can always ask while I'm streaming. But I think that's gonna about wrap it up for tonight. thanks everyone again for the follows, if anyone's still here, and for sticking around, watching. Not a lot of chat, but a few people said a few things. Perhaps I will stream again soon. We will find out. Have a good night, everybody.